Okay. We are back. Saturday stream. Hook, hello. Oh. I should probably set up the, well, I'll just do this. That does work. That does work. Let's throw that in the Discord too. Agent 3066, it's me. Oz, hello. Victoria Lou, hello. Oz, the Blood Hunt game is only like 3 gigs. I don't know if you're gonna want to play it later. if you wanna, if you wanna run around wood tier pub stomp Blood Hunt, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Your position is high. So what is it? Like a ladder bee sponge? I don't understand. Oh, I was thinking I got right up to the point where you chose your vampire and I stopped. And I think we have to go goblin. There's like tough guy, goblin guy, and then beautiful people, like beautiful vampires. Like, who wants to be them? Trying to recruit people to carry you? I mean, Oz is a good one to recruit. Oh, 16. There's no... If there are Sunbreak spoilers now, there's no way. No, it's not true. It's 8 months away from release. I'm sure it's still actively in development. I'm sure of it. If anything, it's going to be somebody's like, ooh, I would love if these monsters win the game. Are you getting recruited? If you want to play, it's not a big download. The tutorial takes like a minute to get through. So I'll say this. It is much easier to register your account on the website and link that to your Steam than to download the game and then register in the game. For some reason, the in-game registration's like kind of slow. So you got to click that link anyways in order for like the Blood Hunt people to be like, ooh, another player. But you should register there. Honestly, it's better. The in-game like web page thing is like slow. So I actually went to the main page, registered my account, and then I linked it to my Steam, and then it worked. They'll be real when the Sunbreak demo comes out. That is true. That is very likely true. Connect to the DLC server here, it will freeze the game. It will freeze everything. Happy to report that my cheddar jalapeno cheese puffs have been shipped. Should be able to try those out on Monday or Tuesday. Share some with Jen. It'll be nice. Also, I think we're ultimately going to be upgrading to a copper Blaganga weapon. I think we're going to go copper Blaganga longsword with the Terra Shogun Sienitar armor set. And then I think we're going to go critical eye +2 maybe. Okay, hold on. Der Einzig Wahrbeer. Hello. Critlet? You know Copper Blaganga has like minus 20% affinity, right? It's like the opposite of Critlet. It's negative Critlet. The affinity is better damage than going for attack. And with the Terra Shogun Sienitar set, there's like I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to do it. Let me load up the ass. So what would I want? I would want razor sharp. If I could find it. Hello? Oh, I think it's called sharp sword in this game. Yeah. Sharp sword. Sharpness +1. The death of element starts at home. Copper Blaganga does not have any element. This is true. Reckless Abandon 2. Can I get Reckless Abandon 3? Oh, it is possible, actually. It's possible with no bad skills, even. One of them requires Skullface, but I hate Skullface. I'd rather farm up Kaiser Crown. As crazy as that sounds. Dark Acantor Hessian. I think that's the high-ranked Dark Acantor legs. And then you then just go to Blood Hunt on Steam and download it. And then when you log in with that account, you'll just automatically be logged in. It's free to play. So. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to go for. I'm going to show you guys the set I think we're going to go for. Something like that. That will take... Oh, that requires a big Elder Dragon Jewel, though. Maybe we got to go Skullface. Oh, I hate Skullface, though. Oh, I hate it so much. This is the alternative. Maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, if you get, like, even a reasonably decent fire dual blades, you can farm Chameleos rather easily. We'll see. We'll see when we get there, but at the very least, Siennatar doesn't seem that bad. It just doesn't like the Siennatar helm for some reason. You would think it's a big defense difference, but in the context of Freedom Unite, you know, defense is basically halved anyways compared to a lot of other games. It's obviously not nothing, but it's not super valuable. Appleblood, good morning. So I did spend a little bit of time in the quartz mines. I saved that. I saved you guys from that. So we have enough Poke points now to unlock our bug. I guess we have enough to unlock our fish, too. At least some of it. I don't know if I care, though. I don't really care. I'd rather use the points on Trenya. So this is the big league now. We're in G rank. Our farm has G rank materials in it, presumably. I completely forgot you could just buy the armor spheres in this game. HRK, good morning. I don't even know if I care about that one. Will we finish Freedom Unite next week? I don't know. What do you think? You know, G rank is pretty hard. and grinding up emperors. Hey, that's an emperor cricket. That's kind of a big deal. Is it desirable to finish Freedom Unite soon? I mean, I'm not stalling for content. My goal is not to stall for content. If that makes any sense. I really don't know what to send him to. Let's look up Trenya destinations. Why does the fandom wiki literally have the worst designed font within human history? Did they just like what is that? That's awful. Don't we need like dragon moss or something for our corn popper? It looks like we might be able to get that by sending things out. You literally, like, it's white on, like, a yellow background. So, like, you just can't... It's, like, the least readable thing possible. Ancient Dragonwood. So not from the Snowy Mountains. Dragonwood Plus from the jungle. I might send him to the jungle. Alright, that's fine. Sinister Cloth from the desert. I don't mind sending him to the desert just to get Sinister Cloth, but I don't, you know, we're going to avoid using Bowgun unless, like, absolutely necessary. To click the crescent moon at the top to switch it back to normal? That's so annoying, though. You know, I have not gone into here at all. Don't you need, like, dragon bones, though, to mine? It's probably nice to get a couple of those. Whenever possible, I actually use GameFAQs Noxella, honestly. Honestly, it's so much better. So I don't know how far this equipment I'm using will carry me. Hopefully it'll take us at least through normal Siennatar. Let's see when we could fight him. I bet you it's the next star level. Nargacuga's actually coming up. Like, soon. Plum, Hermitar, Kezu. So Kezu we will actually gun. Kezu I've got, like, no issue with gunning. Okay. So if we can make it through G1, we could then get our Siennatar stuff. It's just a matter of getting through that. Let's see what happens when we fight Plum, Daimyo, Hermitar. Where are we at? We just started G1. We just got through it. We just got through the urgent to get us into G1. You know, I feel like the... Ooh, that's kind of amazing. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Why do you only wear glasses sometimes? To keep you guessing. Is it working? I would say so. Alright, yeah, let's get a lot of these up. Can we bet if I wear them Monday? You guys gonna set up side bets on what glasses and shirt combination I'll wear? Streamer! Take off your shirt! Trying the Clark Kent look. I mean, these are real glasses. Like, I actually need them to see. So. Okay, hello, good morning. How is Crescentine doing? That's a Cress emote, right? Glasses and shirt combinations could be an NFT scam. Buy your own unique Shepard pairing. I will never wear that combination again. Unique, once in a lifetime. I should take off my shirt to just have another shirt on underneath. And I can take off that one to reveal nipple pasties. Flying along. Digging the DK there. Okay, so we got lots of bombs. That's a really good sign. Let's make sure we're doing the strongest thing possible. We got gunpowder. You know, in a way, it could be... So we've got Plum, Hermitar, Kezu, and Plesioth. I feel like Kezu and Plesioth I should just gun both of. I should, like, throw a shield onto my gun and fight those two. As sad and cheap as that sounds. Okay, so that means going all the way to White Fatalis in this game. Here's a monster list. You want to see what monsters I'm going to be fighting? The answer is yes, but the answer is also please read the list. Power Barrel is great, but for G rank, I'd rather have the insurance of, like, not being one shot in unupgraded high rank armor. You know, if you get hit, you're just dead. I mean, it's already, like, borderline with, you know, nearly fully upgraded high rank Blade Master armor. Why haven't I been taking them off the list? Oh, did I miss Did I miss a Cantor? There we go. You don't see anything ticked on the list? Check the second tab. We did Ashen Lao, but I did not kill him. Jokakun alone. You have to check... Yeah, okay, yeah. It's not a perfect spreadsheet, okay? I'm sorry. Life's not perfect. Deal with it. Plum, Daimyo, Hermitar. I think that's the one. Yes. Okay. A 1 minute ad break. Fine. I think we have everything we need. I should probably make another max potion. That's not it. That's it. Plum Daimyo sounds like a delicious treat. He's got some very good equipment. Like, obviously, like, we're going the suffering route, but if we wanted to not suffer, farming him is actually, like, not a bad idea. He's got some amazing gear. We already did Ashen Lao. I repelled him. I did not kill him. And I don't consider that a victory. So we're going for the crab gear, Toad. We're just going for the other crab. We're going for Siennatar and Terra Shogun Siennatar mixed. Oh no. I didn't bring my Cycle Serums. Salmonella, hello. I mean, when we've got, you know, maxed out G rank gear, killing Ashen Lao is not going to be a problem. Now, Lao had a subspecies. You know, in my mind, I remember him being like this very bright blue. But when you fight him, he really does look, well, I mean, for lack of a better term, he looks ashen, so. You know, it's probably, I mean, I might end up just caving and making the skull mask as much as I hate it. It'll still be dull even with G rank gear. You know, thankfully, it's only like, what, a 35-minute quest? Thankfully, they don't drag it out for the full 50 minutes. I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know. Somebody at Capcom somewhere designed it in Gen 1, and they just kept it going. But the most shocking thing is they even dragged it into Generations Ultimate. Skull Masklet, I hate it. I genuinely hate it. We might actually... I might even mix up the skills a little bit. We might just go Reckless Abandon 2. I might see if I can do Reckless Abandon 2 in, like, Speed Sharpener. In fact, let's check that now. Do you have any idea why you haven't run into repetitive stress injuries as a speedrunner? Who says I haven't? Right? I've been playing video games my whole life. You know, I try to play in a ergonomically not terrible way. I hadn't had any issues. I've had definitely times where I'm like, man, my arm is numb. Or my hand is numb. But, I mean, that's why I've been working extra hard to take, you know, extra care of myself lately. I figured if I'm strong and in good shape, I'm more resilient to injuries. And I think that's probably a reasonable assumption. Oh, shoot. I thought that'd be a lot more damage. Yes! Oh my god, a level 3 to his face didn't flinch him. A sports injury therapist? I don't know that my job is any worse than, like, any other office position when you think about it. You know, some people are doing data entry, you know, 12 hours a day, or, you know, 8 hours a day. Well, that worked out very well. That was very fortunate. You know, I think playing on a controller, not to shill thrust pad in advance, but, you know, I think controllers are a lot more ergonomic than keyboard and mouse. I feel like they are. If I did everyday speedrun with bow, sword, and shield? So we did do a playthrough of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate with sword and shield one day. 1 month. And maybe it was like a month and a half, because we did all the quests, like we cleared everything. And definitely by the end of that, I was feeling the pain of old gen sword and shield. I mean, it's actually, I don't think old gen, current gen sword and shield is that bad. But old gen sword and shield, I mean, if you're trying to constantly link all of your attacks, it does require quite a lot. No. It makes no difference, so someday we'll just do light bowgun with turbo controller. It's been proven not to have a competitive advantage, so I can just always do that. So. You know, if I ever feel like it's getting to me. Star 6 Crows, hello. Yeah, I mean, it's no different than playing the game normally. So. I mean, and even if I can't do it, if somebody else can do it, then that means I can do it. If one person can show that they almost did it in 20 seconds, then that means everyone else can do it 100% of the time, 100% of the time. So. I don't see what the big deal is. I'm waiting for this guy to show up. Wow, he's all the way over there. No one can count frames. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. Man, he's hitting hard now, huh? Is it just because we use a braid? You and your friend jumped over to Waldorf school and snuck in. Very fun? That might have been very fun like 15 or 20 years ago, but nowadays I get the sense that like they would put you into like a federal prison. You broke into the school! You're getting expelled! I'm not saying you're an actual criminal, but I would fear the response of adults nowadays. Give RTA streamers a break. They can't even break top 10,000. Excuse me, I'm an RTA runner. I think you're talking about TA runners. Well, I guess those are RTA runners. Sorry. Under the gun. There is a TA runner who cannot break into the top 10,000. That may or may not be using turbo. But I don't know that it's turbo sword. No one was there. It was just school, but no people and very, very dark. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm saying, you know, a parent or janitor or somebody could completely flip out on you. I thought there was, isn't there this thing now? Kids are, like, stealing stuff from schools. That's like a TikTok trend. I could see that getting you in trouble. Oh, we're supposed to be using bombs on this guy, aren't we? The devious lick stuff? I see. All right, Crabbo. Time for bombs. What is that greatsword? This is the Narga Kuga greatsword. Hey, walked right into it. Kids stealing hand dryers? That's just, I mean, don't. All right, here's where I stop laughing. When kids are stealing stuff that's going to increase my tax dollars. I don't think kids understand, like, some towns, it takes them, like, 6 months to decide on a budget because nobody wants taxes to go up. And it's never like the dog catcher needs more money. It's the school needs more money. Kids stealing hand dryers. I'm sorry, kids. You're going to be having to bring your own toilet paper to school soon. Like, I'm not paying for you stealing the hand dryers. Poop in a bag and take it home with you. Someone stole 15 laptops? I mean, there's like a harmless prank, like, lol, I stole some erasers. And then there's like literally like actual crime. I feel like stealing 15 laptops, like that's at the point where it's like It's no longer ha-ha, and it's more like, wow, I'm gonna go to juvenile hall. Which game is this? This is Monster Hunter World Freedom Unite. Principal's car door? Again, like, there's harmless jokes, and then there's, you know, my parents are gonna have to spend $5,000, and I'm getting expelled. But, I mean, cool, I guess, you know. Whatever, lol. Imagine all the likes you'll get on social media. D-Riz, hello. I mean, stealing a principal's door is lame. You're gonna steal somebody's door, steal the superintendent's. I promise you they're an enormous D-bag, no matter where they are, and extremely overpaid and can afford a door. Principals put up with too much crap. It's Monster Hunter Portable Freedom 2nd G Unite. I'm with Incognito, man. You would steal a car door from me? I don't need a car door. I barely even drive my car. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I better make sure to start it up tomorrow or it's gonna die. It's not all kids, DeSantis, dude. I promise you it's like 1% of them doing stuff that's like really annoying. And then all the other kids just get the bad rap. Like Star 6 Heroes, like I don't think they're a bad kid. But the kids out there, you know, stealing water heaters or like 15 laptops are going to make it so if they want to have fun, like they're going to get in trouble. The filming yourself committing the crime is like the one thing you're not supposed to do. I called you a kid. You literally snuck into your school. I mean, that's not like, let me tell you the one thing teachers aren't doing. Sneaking into schools. You're not an adult like whatever you are. Didn't I do some wild stuff in China? I stole a policeman's hat once, yeah. What about it? I took it right off his head. And then I wore it. And then I walked away. We laughed about it. He thought it was funny. Was he okay? He was fine. I mean, it maybe could have been difficult for him to explain that he lost his hat, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. Like, I don't think he got in trouble. How am I alive? Everybody's got, like, this insane impression of China. And, like, the impression you get is from, like, the one internet tough guy they hire to write newspaper articles. Like, the people in China are, like, some of, like, the nicest, friendliest, almost, I use the word, like, curious people I've ever met. Like, they're open to all sorts of cultural exchange. Like, are their politicians incredible assholes? Yes. Is large sections of the government filled with incredible assholes? Also, yes. Yes to all of the things you want to say right now, but the average Chinese citizen are wonderful. I mean, I didn't steal his hat and then laugh at him. I just took the hat and I put it on. Yeah, the government is pure garbage. I mean, but then again, like, you know, I mean, whose government is not pure garbage? You know? Certainly my government, you know, it's a slap fight over who could suck more. There are some governments that I can look at from the outside and seem like you seem okay. From the outside, New Zealand seems okay, but I'm fairly certain they're literally being bought out by billionaires to have a safe haven to keep their bunkers in. So maybe it's nice, but only for rich people. Bad government doesn't mean bad people? Yeah, I think that's an important lesson to take away. met people from China think about the government much because it doesn't change anything. I mean, I think that the difficult thing, I mean, and I don't even properly understand it myself, is just because it's a single party government and there's only one party in the country, like the Communist Party, not everyone in China is a communist. In the sense that, like, not everyone is allowed to be, like, a real member of the party. You know? You're not going to join any other party, but, like, you know, to actually be part of the party and have the power therein is not necessarily guaranteed upon everyone. Sometimes you have bad government and bad people like Mexico. Excuse me. As somebody who is at least some percentage Mexican. I mean, I may be a bad person, but I know there's good Mexicans out there. There's got to be some. I may not be one. That's so hard if you're right next to it. Gotta block this? Maybe I'll survive? Nope. Is that 2 deaths or 1? That's 2. Ooh, yikes. What's a good place to travel to live in this day and age? I mean, do you have a lot of money? Can you work remotely? Do you need to work there? There's a lot of things that go into that equation. Right? I hope we don't triple. We still have a max potion. Max potion here? Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of countries that are amazing if you got plenty of money or if you could work remotely. If you're a student looking to get an education, you're at all able to travel. I always thought it would be neat if you were from the US and tried to go to the EU to get an education because it's like so much cheaper. Stop. Did I punish that? Alright, I'm not a bad boy. Not a bad boy. But, like, I literally don't have a choice. That's so much health to recover. No! What the hell? What? What was that? Where did I... Huh? Did I just teleport to the middle of the zone? I've never experienced that before. At least I don't think I have. And the game did not want me to go into the wall, and then it, like, put me in the middle of the zone as a punishment. Alright, our bombs exploded. Probably should have blown them up before. He's enraged again. No! So lucky. It's everyone's dream job? Probably depends on the person, right? I'll tell you this. Most people are probably not working it. Yeah, I think most people would be much happier. I mean, I think most people are happy being productive. But even still, I don't think there's many people that like being told what to do by their boss. Dream job as meteorologist? That sounds fun. No! Yes! Got him. He's still doing his eating thing. Texas almost took me out again. I would say the most important part about any job you have is having it pay you enough so that you could pay your bills and not worry about paying your bills. I've seen too many people that have either a lifestyle or a job that are not compatible and just like miserable. That's the worst thing. Not saying money's everything. Is he frothing? That looks like he's frothing, huh? I mean, a lot of people are like that, Toad. It's messed up. What? No! How? Why? No! He was so close. Think mindset and mental health are more important than salary most of the time? I promise you, no mindset or mental health in the world is going to help when, like, you have to worry about rent and food and utilities. And especially if you've got dependents, oh God, it just gets worse. You got kids. I have that supply trap? No. This is G-rank, no. I mean, he's going to be asleep. We've got a great sword. It could be worse. He's not sleeping. Maybe he'll go to sleep. He sees me. Thanks, Texas. Really helping the team here, though. Not having kids to lean on, a good spot to support one? I could probably support a child and I'm still like, no thanks. Just so loud. Like, I'm sure they're wonderful. I'm sure they're an absolute treasure and a blessing. But you know what? Get my sleep. Get my disposable income. Not really sure what I'd be missing out on. I took an 8-month paternity leave because we could afford it. That's it. You know, that's actually, if your job allowed that, that's actually really nice. That's really great. Siblings are a good trial run of kids. All I'm going to say is none of the people that I know who have kids have ever actively tried to be like, man, kids are great. Why don't you have any? In fact, one of Jen's friends is very much, you guys have it great. Don't have a child. Literally as her child's in the other room. And she's got a good kid. Like, I think her kid's nice. Like, I think her kid's, like, pretty well behaved. Kinesis, hello. I kind of messed up, Kaiser. I mean, definitely messed up. All right, so we gotta use our gun, don't we? Maybe we can make like a G rank weapon. Maybe we can make like a light bow gun. How far are we? High chain blitz. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. All right, what about these other ones? Would that even be worth it? Not really. Well, maybe my weapon's fine. Kids towards their parents, especially at early age, are gremlins? Oh, I know. No, I mean, look, I'm not claiming to know that person's child better than they would. Malicious child-free people are red calling people's breeders and calling kids crotch-free. I don't do that. I think kids are great. I really do. You know, when I see my nieces and nephews for like 2 or 3 hours once a week, that's good. It's fun seeing them. They're fun. They're weird little drunken people. But it was like, I think it was like last weekend, my niece found like a recorder. Do I have a pet? Yeah, it's you. Put on the leash. And she was just blowing this recorder, man, making like the most ear-piercing noise possible. And I was like, we have to go. I don't get paid. I have no obligation to remain around this child. Is this 2G? Kind of. Do my nieces and nephews watch my streams? I don't think so. If they do, I mean, that's kind of weird. They're pretty young. Let her play her song. It was so bad. She's allowed to do whatever she wants. I just don't have to be there. I have a car and a house with no children in it. Hey. There's some robust wyvern bones. It's not bad. What did I send it to? The desert? Wait, no, that's the wrong way. Please don't. I don't like that copy, please. Getting plenty of Emperor crickets, actually. Alright, well, I get a very strong sense that we will just die from the Plesioth, but, like, we'll give it our best shot. Maybe we'll do the Kezu first. I feel like maybe the Kezu will be easier. You're sorry? It's okay. I'll forgive you. I think we are going to put on the shield, though. Like to have kids one day, but first you got to find a woman. Well, I mean, you have to make sure that, you know, whoever you're with wants to have kids too, right? I mean, that's not just a solo decision. So I never saved this set. Let's save it. Thank Optimistic Afro. You're the first person I've seen who clicked that. Thank you. Foreskin Gang, thank you. Everyone, click that link. Register for Blood Hunt now. It's on Steam, and then wishlist it on PS5. Yo. Bot's still dead? I'm sorry. It's Stream Elements, man. catch shield. That's a weird looking weapon. What's harder, having kids or finding a significant other? Having kids is easy. It's not a hard part, really. I mean, unless you've got like a physical issue preventing you from having children. Raising the children is probably very difficult, but just having them, I don't think that's that hard. I mean, that's the fun part. Narrow urethra streamer? What the hell are you talking about? What? I know. What? Oh, is King of the Hill? Hank's got all sorts of issues. That's all I know. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to be on the same page with your significant other. All right, so let's put away everything we don't need. So if it's Plesioth, we don't really need paintballs, but they're kind of nice to have. Don't need those. Don't need those. Probably don't need those. Probably better off bringing honey. We're actually getting kind of low on honey. What are you hunting today? We're going through the G1 key quests. Don't need pellet. I don't know how that ended up in there. How close are we to double Tigrex? I think the double Tigrex might be like the final star rank. Wait, no. We already did a double Tigrex. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. No, in G rank, it's a single Tigrex. There's no required double Tigrex in G rank. We did the high rank one. I'm not sure if you missed that. We got so lucky. How many monsters have you done? I will tell you after you click on this link. I'll tell you after you've clicked through it. Tell me when you've clicked through there, and I'll give you the answer. Where is it? Normal Plesioth? Wow. It's called a little give and take. What's so hard about that? What streamer's not allowed? Look, I'm 3066, okay. It says Plesioth, but I don't see Plesioth. It's my stream. Fine, I'll give you the list. There. Still waiting for bit emotes? Why? I would have to make it. I can't just like snap my fingers and have them show up. Plesioth. There it is. You clicked it for me? Thank you. I actually really do appreciate it. Needleberries, huskberries, and velociprey fangs, maybe? Not those. Ooh, got plenty of those. Where can I post pet pics in the Discords? Cute Animal Channel. It's actually recommended that you post them, like, as often as you can. I guess that's probably okay. Am I missing anything? Is a GTX 1060 better than a 1650 Ti? There's actually a really good website for that. Let me see if I can find it for you. So let me see that question again. It's 1060, 1650. Looking for it. So obviously the exact one you purchase, like the exact make, model, and specs, is going to make a difference there. But GPU.user benchmark will let you compare them a little bit more directly. So they seem very close, but everything else being equal, you probably want the 1060. Honestly, though, I would say, like, if you could get, like, a 3060, if at all possible, especially, like, a 3060 Ti is actually incredibly, like, powerful. Like, I was shocked because I was looking at GPUs the other day. Not that it's easy to just, like, say, oh, I'll just go out and find a 3060 Ti, but, you know, the retail price is actually not that high, and the performance is very close. To, like, a 3070. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. If you are getting a laptop, another thing you have to be considerate of is the fact that even if you threw a 3080 in there, like, that thing is going to thermal throttle like crazy. So in some ways, like, deliberately getting a 3060 might be a better choice. What's happening? It's just a just chatting stream now. You know, the ultimate, like, depending on what your use case is, and, like, obviously, like, we're getting more and more into hypothetical, like, you can get whatever you want and money's less of an issue, but they sell external USB-C graphics card enclosures that you could plug in that would definitely help a lot with heat dissipation, and you could use an actual desktop tier graphics card. And then at that point, the only thing that really matters is your processor and everything else. But, you know, I don't know what your use case is. Maybe you need this to be, maybe you're traveling every week and it would be annoying to be shuttling around an additional graphics card enclosure. Twitter keeps trying to get you to follow your cousin. She hasn't tweeted since 2013. I know he's not related to the website, but I blame Mark Zuckerberg. That sounds like a thing he would make you do. I want you to talk to your cousin. Communicate with her. Stop. Kirsika, hello. Is she following you, Albino Donkey? On Twitter? Not meaning Belitis, user benchmark isn't great about standardizing test scores having reliable info or being transparent with its biases. You're probably right. But it's a pretty easy site to use. If you got a better website you want to recommend, go ahead. I'm not being paid by user benchmark. Are the monsters on the spreadsheet all in this game? On the second tab they are, yeah. Yeah, and I did point that out by saying, you know, it depends a lot on the exact specs of your card. Like, obviously, the best of one could end up beating the worst of another, just purely by, you know, speed of components and everything else. But I think so with a shield, blocking this Plesioth, we still take 1,000,000 damage. Finding the monsters as early as possible. So you have to fight the Metal Wrath, Freedom Knight, and free your world. I'm actually, the challenge is a little bit more verbose than you would first think. Like, if I clear it once, like, I'm more or less considering it cleared, but only in the context of Generations Ultimate. Like, if we can fight something unique in 3rd gen, whatever, all that stuff, like, I'm going to try and fight it. The goal is to see the fight in as many unique ways, minus Generations Ultimate. Is this Freedom Unite or Second G in Japanese? Both. And I know that's really annoying. This is a special modified version of the game that's portable Second G, but been heavily modified to have as much of the Freedom Unite data as possible. It also, and maybe most interestingly enough, has all of the event quests loaded into the game. So if the Capcom servers ever die, we'll still have that information there. You guys think Pierce 1's the best for this? You think Pierce 2 would be better? I'm assuming his stomach is the weak spot. Can't escape clearing all of G rank and GU? I just don't like... Well, you don't have to clear all of G rank and GU. What are you talking about? Is that why the map's HD? That's actually just a mod that makes the map 50% of its normal size. Isn't that funny? Interesting little bug about it, though. With the way Capcom programmed it, the camp icon doesn't shrink in size. The camp icon stays the same size. Isn't that cute? I mean, it's a little funny. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't know if it's going to work or not. He's right behind me. I know. It lets me know where the bed is. That's important for a bed boy. We want to bait as many water sprays as possible. What? What is he doing? That was really weird. There's no way he's got that low a health. There's no way. Is that enrage? No, his enrage is like him like snorting and moving his head around. He might have left the area. I should have hit him with a paintball. Maybe he never really leaves this area. Just over here. That's enrage when he puts his head down? No, he does a different thing when he enrages. I don't know. I thought he did. I see him in the corner of my eye. Look at him go. He's thinking about it. I wonder if he recovers health if you just let him eat the frog. Would Plesioth taste nice? I mean, if you like fish, sure. He's an enormous fish. I mean, he's very large. But some large fish taste okay, like tunas. Tunas are very large and they taste great. Like catfish? Maybe. I can't tell if they hit the Plesioth or not. This is the best part about gunning him because it just baits out his water cannon so much. Is that his fin down or just his fin broken? Jason, hello. Let's try these Pierce 3s. Head fin being low too. Oh, that one's still poking up. I mean, it makes sense that it's broken, right? We've been riddling him with pierce shots. So. Oh, nice flinch. Oh, that was actually really good. Do the monsters in Monster Hunter better or difficulty moveset in this series? In this game? I mean, as the series goes on, their movesets get more complex, but so do the options for the hunter. I don't know. I kind of prefer the older style combat a bit. I love the Rise monsters, but you're just so powerful when you fight them. You could wire bug everywhere. Look at that damage. Wow. 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 You know, in the older games, you feel like you can get a real mastery over a monster and its moveset. In the newer games, it feels more like you're just mastering your own movement and your own movesets. I don't know if that makes me sound like I smell my own farts or whatever. But, you know, being able to master the timing of the robot chickens. And the thing is like, they punish you so much if you make a mistake. That even if their movesets are a bit easier, you know, like, don't screw up. You know, if you just deleted wire bugs from Rise, though, it would be a very difficult game. Those monsters are crazy in Rise. It'll be interesting to play around with the full game. Like, I'd love to mod out no wire bugs. Or just change the wire bug balance. At least get rid of wire fall recovery and just see what happens. You would play the game differently. Get rid of wyvern riding. Just see what it's like. I mean, maybe it would suck, but I think it would be an interesting experiment. I feel like 3U feels like the pinnacle of old game combat, because 4U has riding, where you're getting to the point where what the monster, in some cases, it could not even matter. Yeah, if you just made it so like wirefall recovery like disabled all of your wire bugs, like it used all of them and put them on a long cooldown, you would have to really think about whether or not you wanted to use it. Like, that would be a major decision. Like, you would only ever use it if you were, like, gonna die. Clumsiness makes you feel like you're killing a robot instead of a real animal? I don't know. I feel genuine terror when I fight these things, so... I mean, try I really liked, but I really like 4 Ultimate as well, so I like both of them. I guess, oop, game 4. Guess we'll combine some Fierce One. Before the last challenge, when it was the last time I played Try, we've done it, I mean, since I started streaming full-time, we've periodically gone back to Try to mess around with it. You know, 3U we would play semi-regularly, just having, like, multiplayer hunts or, like, you know, we did a village clear, a village in low rank and high rank guild clear, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago? Can't remember, time doesn't have any meaning anymore. We're gonna be playing Try again real soon. We're gonna be going straight to Portable Third after Freedom Unite. As much as I love Try, I'm not gonna spend time playing Try and then do Portable Third and then do 3 Ultimate. I mean, I feel like the 90-degree turns are like helpful for like planning what you're gonna do with certain weapons. Very immersion breaking. I mean, look, I'm not gonna pull like some sort of boomer card on people, but you know, if you've played like lots of old like PlayStation 2 games, I mean, you know, seeing animations like this doesn't feel immersion breaking. I mean, because it's like, it's not supposed to be real life. It's supposed to be a video game. I mean, what's immersion breaking to me is seeing damage numbers popping up all over the place. Shots fired. Head fit does seem to be down. I guess I could go for the capture, right? That was gonna jump away, may as well. I'm trying to think the last time I played a game where I wanted immersion. I don't know. Train Simulator was immersive? It was something. Texas. Will he actually run at me? I think he will from that distance. For the most part, I view Monster Hunter games as like arcade games. Arcadey action games. As much about your input and stuff like that as it is about anything else. I mean, it's an interesting question, like immersion. You know, I mean, a health bar, a stamina bar, you know, a bullet gauge, stuff like that. I mean, it's all technically immersion breaking. I mean, for maximum immersion, you'd want a game with like no heads-up display at all, right? I'm sure there's a lot of games out there like that. But it's difficult when you're playing a video game. I guess at the same time, though, like immersion can also be like how connected and how engaged you are with the story and the gameplay. I'm sure VR is very immersive. Confuse immersion with suspension of disbelief. That's an excellent point. Yeah, I think that's an important distinction to make, right? I remember when suspension of disbelief was first taught when I was in school, 9 Highwind. I think we were reading the book Treasure Island, and there's a point in the story where the main character is a kid. He starts eating apples out of a barrel, and then he crawls into the barrel, and then he falls asleep, and then just like the ship gets exactly to where it needs to go. And the idea is supposed to be like, who in the hell in their right mind would eat so many apples that they would go into the apple barrel and fall asleep and then wake up conveniently for when they need to? And that's when the teacher's like, this is when you need suspension of disbelief, because that makes no good goddamn sense. But you do it because they need to move the story along. If they were beans, that would be me. If they were cooked, I couldn't eat them raw. I generally don't have a particularly hard time having any sort of suspension of disbelief in games, because like you play them to have fun, right? If you're always trying to second guess like whether something should be like that or not be like that, you're gonna have a bad time. What a bizarre transition. I eat all these apples. Oh, I'm asleep now. So we didn't cart there. That's actually kind of amazing. Huh? I mean, I think a good example would be like, and I just saw a meme on it today. I mean, these are very popular nowadays. Was it Morrowind versus Skyrim? Skyrim puts the goddamn quest markers everywhere. And, you know, the issue is like the actual quest design and lore building within the game. Because the quests are designed with the quest markers in mind, they haven't necessarily put in the additional information for you to resolve things on your own without the quest markers. Works out interesting. Only issue with Morrowind, and I don't think this is going to cause much of a stir, is it really does look like ass. It really does. It looks so bad. But it also is kind of charming in its own way. You guys want to see my favorite Morrowind meme video? There may or may not be some mild story-related spoilers, but I can't quite remember. You do? All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find my guy. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's only 3 minutes. It's not very long. This is actually my ideal male body. Is this a bounty? I wish. That is me. This is literally me after I end the stream. I just get blazed out as all hell and just start running everywhere. You like that? You like my moves? I wish I was talented enough to make this. His speechcraft is actually 70. It's so, like, he's so weird. I just watch this sometimes. Yes, I know it's reason to trade into more artifacts. He's a spy master. You do whatever he wants. Don't worry about it. I'm a big shot imperial spy master. Remember, the cash is far expensive, and just in case. It's called Moon Sugar. Right now. An enjoyable little song. Cats seem to love Moon Sugar. They usually have some, don't they? Thank you. You're very welcome. That's my favorite Morrowind thing. It's so good, right? I love it. How is Kezu's hit zones? Does his body take decent shot damage? Like, should I bother using Pierce or should I just use normal? I don't mind just blasting his face with normal. think that's the best way to go. That video unlocked your third eye. You sucking down that moon sugar? I need more worms. Just use cluster? Cluster'd be great, but I don't know if this gun has good cluster. I guess we could check. No. Doesn't have any. Has the greatsword been put away? So I'm only using it on 2 monsters, and let me tell you if you think it's justified. Plesioff and Kezu. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that? Do you have a strong emotional response to either of those monsters? I mean, we could spend like 30 minutes head sniping Kezu with my greatsword if that's what we want to do. They deserve to be punished? That's actually making me a little scared. So we've got a shield to block his roar. It's another Emperor Cricket. We're getting somewhere. Got 2 Emperor Crickets there. That wasn't even that good of a swing. Isn't critical draw build for greatsword very viable in this game? Sure. Yeah. We're not going for it, but it is. Did you ever get the bug hoppers? Yeah, I ended up buying them from the granny. That's how I ended up needing to get them. Well, hold on, I don't know if I ate. Feline defense is nice to have. That's actually a little reassuring. Let's go ahead and see if I could pull up the shot hit zones for Kezu. Just gonna have it. So his headshot hit zone is 80, and his neck is 50. So I'll say Pierce 1 is probably okay. I would say pretty much anything else is probably not worthwhile. Like Pierce 2 probably pierces too much. So we'll go normal 2, Pierce 1, normal 3. And it's normal Kezu we need to fight. Kezu without fire shot? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, his head literally takes 80 shot damage. I mean, that's pretty okay. I mean, what is even his fire hit zone? I mean, compared to 80, it's 40? That's pretty good on the head. 30 on the head, back, stomach, and tail. I mean, I guess if you wanted to use, like, Pierce Fire Bow, or even just, I mean, Rapid Fire Bow would actually be amazing, I think. Starting to feel the hurt on our honey. It's kind of upsetting. Actually, this might have fire shot. It does. I wonder if it's worth it. I don't even know if it would do more damage, to be honest with you, compared to shooting him with normal too. I mean, I guess it's a fine backup shot. He just has so much life in these old games. It's like really unnecessary. Are elemental switch axes good? In general, yeah. Depends a little bit on the game. They're the most... Oops, that... I didn't really want to load that. They're the most viable in Rise. The issue is in a lot of games, elemental file is, like, for some reason, really nerfed compared to power file or literally any other file. Well, that's upsetting. That's a lot of damage. Elemental switch axe is meta in Rise? I would say switch axe is one of the best balanced weapons in Rise, in that elemental is very, very good. But you can definitely make power file work too. You can really make anything work. I can't say that's the case with all the weapons in the game. The difference with elemental switch axe compared to switch axe in the previous games is, in a lot of cases, your file damage was unnecessarily nerfed in the other games compared to something like power file or exhaust file, something like that. So more so than anything else, I would suggest, and not that I do TA runs in Rise, that it's very monster dependent what file you would use. It's a little bit based on maybe even your talismans, but also your personal preferences as well. That being said, Omega Lol, Rise. He's G rank, but he doesn't feel very G rank. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's G rank. I look at him, I see, like, that's a G rank peasant. But, like, how different is this from, like, a high rank peasant? Let him hit me. All right, there we go. We found out where we found the G rank. Oh no. I forgot my max potions. Well, this will be great. Now I'm gonna kind of wish I brought a light bowgun. You like that, huh? Gives you a little giggle? I'm glad my suffering brings you joy. At least it isn't Village Kezu. No, this. If you die to G rank Kezu, I don't think anybody calls a foul on that one. That's just like to be expected. And they knew what they were doing too, adding all these Vespoids to the cave. Alright, so he's going to be enraged now. Now we may see the pain. My humor timing is impeccable, you know? It's a real talent. Gotta say, I'm very fortunate. No, no! Whoa! How did that even hit me? Oh. Oh, he was like, I will extend my hitbox to the entire screen. Don't. Stop. Don't. 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 Okay. Alright, we're good. That was blocked, by the way. You almost want guard +1. If this was the damage we took with our guns in Rise or like Iceborne, I feel like they would be a lot more exciting to use. I hate hitting his body because, like, I know how little damage it actually takes. But at the same time, like, I think I've got the ammo to where I can afford to just spray him. How's Red Kezu's fight different? I mean, Red Kezu's weak to water and not to fire. I feel like he does more like head attacks, more like stretchy head attacks, but I don't know that that's actually true. If that's just something that I'm making up. He's red. He's definitely red. That is 100% true. I've got some scary news. I brought huskberries, but I didn't bring the velociprey things. Or needleberries. Well, maybe we're going to need to start landing our shots a bit better. We have enough. We have enough ammo. No, 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 no. It's not going to be time for cooking. You have infinite normal 1. We have to wait for supplies to come to get our normal 1. So we got to do this instead. Oops. I'm actually not worried. He takes such good damage on his face. Have you ever done a normal 1 run? I will never do a normal 1 run. That sounds awful. Just take the amount of time that you would normally take to clear a quest with normal 2, and then slightly more than double it. That's what a normal 1 run is. I don't know, maybe there's some games that have particularly interesting normal 1 interactions. Is this Flooded Forest? This is Old Jungle. I mean, normal 1 is supposed to be 0.06% true raw and damage. Oh, whatever. The motion value is 0.06. Which I guess can get multiplied by critical distance, right? Presumably. You like the guns that rapid 5 normal 1? I mean, if you had literally like auto reload rapid fire normal 1. Maybe? Just allow like unlimited spraying. You missed the blood splatters? Me too. The theory is like modern sensor ESRB ratings make it so that blood spatters are no longer a method of killing damage. Which is really unfortunate because, I mean, they are my preference. I wasn't that close. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Drakengard 3 had some good blood spatter settings. You know, every time I bring up Drakengard, everybody's like, don't play Drakengard. But like, the series has got to get okay at some point, right? Blood splatter is the copium you drink so you don't know how bad your weapon type is. I mean, yeah, kind of true. Drakengard 3 has horrible frame rates? What console is it on? Can it be emulated so that it can be run better? Or? PlayStation 3? Oh, that's rough. Alright, not much we can do about that, right? Unfortunate. Wait. Has PlayStation 3 gotten to the point where you can emulate things well? No way. Interesting. Can I play Tokyo Jungle and have it look good? I would have thought they would have never been able to figure out whatever the hell was going on with the cell processor. Like, if you told me, I'd be like, it will never happen. Those things can take some damage. I have seen a video of somebody emulating Demon Souls, but, like, my assumption it was, like, Breath of the Wild, where, like, 90% of development of the emulator was done just to run one weird game. Not saying Breath of the Wild is, like, one weird game, but it's got an unnaturally healthy fan base. The gameplay is horrible? I mean, I play Generations Ultimate on stream sometimes. I'm pretty okay with horrible gameplay. Like, I don't, like, weird esoteric RPG stuff actually, like, the stranger and more convoluted the mechanics are, like, the more I enjoy it sometimes. I'm just, like, one of those people. Got into Matsuno through GU? It's okay. It's just, you know. It'll just let you appreciate everything that much more. I think we're going to use the flaming shot now. It's 30 hit zone on the back. It's 40 on the head. Play Chaos Legion on the PlayStation 2? Didn't really like it. I did, actually. I think I might have gotten it on PC at some point, too. I honestly can't remember. But I remember not being a huge fan of it for some reason. And I remember the creator of it was like, the guy that made Devil May Cry, right? I played Resonance of Fate. I played the demo. I think there was a demo, right? I know they just recently released like an HD version. Like whatever, like an HD remaster, whatever the hell that means. Somebody allowed you to play it on PC and unlock the resolution and frame rate. Well, the moss wines are spawning now. I played Necopara. I have not played Necopara. Could this moss wine kill me? It's more likely than you think. Go watch the RE reboot trailer. Sure. That was alright, I guess. Well, that sucked. Maybe the shield isn't even worth it. I'll pay up. Am I feeling the G rank now? Definitely feeling the G rank now. I'm feeling it in my bones. Can I seriously not get like the most scrubtacular light bowgun? Yo. Nebulous Storm. Wow, we can actually almost make that, huh? I mean, granted, it's rapid fire water. Oh, it's got awful shots, though. It's okay for element, though. That one's pretty bad, too. Think I fell unconscious? I did. We died. You are dead. Let me pull up the, Let me pull up the Huntserverse weapon trees. So what are some early game early G rank normal 2 guns. Green Plezioth isn't horrible. Congalala is actually really good. Congalala is like almost ideal for Kezu, because it has normal and pierce. And its raw goes up really high. It goes up to 348. What is our weapon at right now? What is our heavy bowgun? It's actually... it would be the same as our heavy bowgun. That's actually really funny. Wow. Okay, maybe we'll use that. How about heavy bowguns? What do we have there? Cuckoo cannon. But I don't know that I want to subject anyone else to more cuckoos. I'll do the conga. Yeah, having the same damage from a heavy bowgun on a light bowgun is pretty nutty. In-game weapon stats are so hard to comprehend in Freedom Unite. You get the sense of like what multiple it should be in your head. And then if you really care, you can actually do the math. But it's really not that bad. It looks a lot worse than it is. You know, I mean, Greatsword, you could basically divide it by 50, and that would be close enough, right? Because it's 4.8. I have no idea they wouldn't just make it 50, but whatever. They like to be weird like that. Like, Lance is 2.3. Like, what are you doing? I think Conga's actually required. Emerald Congalala is required. I don't know if there's an Emerald Congalala weapon. I don't think he's got like a light bowgun. I think it's only normal Conga. Let's take a look again. Hard Congalala pelt. There is actually a Emerald Congalala weapon. The difference is that Rapid's pellet rather than pierce. It also is able to load thunder, and it has 10% affinity. In some ways, it's a little bit easier to make. It has more clust. It does miss out on Pierce 3. The normal Congalala actually has a pretty good Pierce shot. Yeah, kind of hard to say. In terms of making something in the future, let's see if we'd ever need to gun again. So, G2 has Lavaziov. Does have the Shogun Sienitar, and being able to gun Shogun Sienitar might be nice to farm him. Gravios for later? Okay. You know what? We'll fight normal Conga. How do people know the motion values multipliers? Is it only by hacking? No. I mean, there have been plenty of guides out there that have explicitly gone over the motion values, but you can always test it using like rocks and kicks, stuff like that on an Aptonoth. But there's been plenty of guides out there released in Japanese that were then, you know, helped to fill in the information. But I mean, you know, to be fair, there was a lot of not correct information out there for a long time. It's only now that, you know, I could say pretty confidently that things are pretty well sorted. Leave the numbers to the nerds. I feel personally offended by that. Take some deodorants and some herbs. So we just can't get greedy here. Even in high rank, Congalala was kind of like ruining us. Guide from official monster teams, official and unofficial. You know, both. You know, I mean, you have to remember, the game was a very big deal in Japan. So, I mean, oddly enough, there's sometimes you get unofficial guides that had, like, incorrect information. I mean, if it interests you, I have a guide. Do you want to see the guide I imported from Japan? Let me go grab it. I'll go grab it. Hold on. I'll be like 1 second. All right, so this is the official one. Monster World official guidebook. And, you know, you would get hit zones. Hold on. I'm large now, boys. You'd get the hit zones right there for the monster. And so that's the hit zones. These are the status weaknesses, I believe. No. That's the stagger thresholds. So that's showing the stagger thresholds for each spot. This is the carve chances for whatever that stuff is. It shows its life and the variation up here. Show mail handler, that's a different book. I think somewhere in here, it actually shows the knockback and stagger value of some of their attacks. But it goes like really in depth. Like it'll actually show you attack values and stuff like that. These pages look like they're printed on thin paper, but it's still thick. This book is 1,006 pages. There's no English version for this book. I don't think so. I mean, it has everything you could ever imagine for base world. But there, I remember going through it, and I think it would even show the stagger and guard values. So data you don't get from the game. Certainly not. No. Pull on with stuff. I'm looking for mail handler. They showed, I mean, the art book was really nice too. I mean, I don't know where else you would see it. Oh, this one's heavy. You know, you get like the concept art next to the actual in-game designs. The concept art is actually really amazing. I don't think I ever actually sat down and really read through this whole thing. I probably should. Some of it's really nice. Look at the concept art for Call of Taroth. I don't have a bookmark for mail handler, no. He's in here somewhere. The provisions manager looks really nice. Thanks for sharing this. Did it come with my copy of the game? No, I bought this myself. It was $50. Which honestly is a plenty good deal in my opinion. There you go. Hold on. There she is. Or I guess there he is. This page definitely has a crease starting to form in it because of chat. There's mail handler. And then the design originally was to give the handler a weapon. And she was supposed to either help you hunt or play songs for you with a hunting horn. And she was supposed to have very music-inspired weapons. So pretty cool. I think that would have been, like, if they put handler randomly on the map, like a Gajalaka, she was going to be the Palico. I don't think so. I don't think that was the exact thing. If they put her, like, on the map and she would, like, randomly play a song for you, I think that would have done a lot for her likability. Personally. We have to be really afraid of that. That attack has got an insane range on it. How did those versions handle it end up as the one we got? I mean, I'll say this, like, the concept art looks really, really good compared to anything. The actual in-game world engine, I think that was still... I think it had been a long time, if never, that the teams had worked in such a high fidelity before. And I think getting it to look a little less Uncanny Valley took some time, even into Iceborne, but even then, I don't know that that engine was perfect. I would say the Rise engine, even with all of its flaws, you could tell within the character design that it's like a little less lifelike and a little bit more cartoony. And I think that style works a lot better in the Monster Hunter universe. Personally. Even sexier anthropomorphic characters? Gonna put some boobs in our Palicos. Don't. Oh, I thought he was gonna fart. No! Oh my god. Gassed into oblivion. You think there's a good reason why they're trying to distance us away from AI hunters? What do you mean? We get AI Palicos all the time. Do you not consider your Palico to be an AI hunter? I do. I mean, they distract the monster. Some of the, I mean, with, you know, Palico 5 or whatever, like, they actually do pretty good damage. We've had AI hunters before in Frontier. I mean, my question to you is, like, if you don't want to hunt the monster, then, like, why are you playing the game? You want the, twin-tail Rasta albino donkey from Frontier? Yeah, I think they want you playing with other people. I feel like a win earned with an AI companion feels less satisfying. That being said, like, of course there's people out there that have 100% Omega relied on their Palico to win for them, so I guess I shouldn't be too judgmental. He likes doing that attack in G range. Art book for Dragon's Dogma is amazing. They've got some great, like, concept illustrators at Capcom. For real. I don't think that was greedy, necessarily, but I just hate playing like a coward. Attack deals so much damage. I have no shame being at bed. If I'm next to the bed, I'm gonna use it. Nice. Well, we're definitely doing damage because he's enraging a lot. What do you think about being a Wyverian hunter in the future entries? I mean, they give you DLC, paid DLC in Rise if you want to do that. I think it should be a free cosmetic change that's enabled in the character creation or otherwise. Hoping for some word about a sequel during Tokyo Game Show? Dude, we got a G-Rank expansion coming out. Is that not enough for you? Wait for, I mean, at least Summer Game Fest of 2022. Isn't one of, like, the Capcom Create-A-Character voice packs supposed to be Fugin's niece? How come that one doesn't just come with the Wyverian news? Is she not Wyverian at all? How does that even work? Isn't he Wyverian? Fugin's human? I thought he was Wyverian. How many fingers does he have? Six? 5? Okay, maybe he's not Wyverian. Okay. Look at that. No, I think they got 4. Maybe he's already like half Wyverian. I don't know what his deepest lore is. It's hard. You can't see in that photo, right? No, I mean, I don't. I mean, maybe they're gonna add like a voice, like a dialogue thing, like, you should see my niece someday. She's totally a hunter. I mean, I'm fine, you know, like, whatever. Concept art character, like, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's, like, what are you gonna do about it? His niece punched an Ezreal's to death? Is this G rank? Yes. And man, I did not remember Conga Lala enraging this often. Job, Muscle. Ooh. There's the G rank. Oh my god, no! That's intense. Pixel in a dream. I mean, we're getting solid, like, enrages. That was a big gamble, but worth the damage. Is monster lore even canon at this point? I heard somewhere the whole story about war between human versus dragon and human-made dragon thinking was created by fandom over an artwork. I mean, what do you think? What do you think is canon? Do you think that's canon? Do you think equal dragon weapons and black dragons is something that has ever been discussed in depth, in game, in lore? Or do you think that's something that weird fringe parts of the fan base jerk their gherkins over on the regular? I'll say, you can believe whatever you want to believe. It looks like he's getting kind of weak though. Was that a limb? I would say if you go by the art books, The only thing that's important to be established is that early within development of the game, they discussed whether or not there would be the equivalent of actual magic in the game or not. And they decided to keep anything that might be magic as low level as possible. So within the concept of Monster Hunter, are there things that sometimes appear to be magic? Sure, why not? That's fun. But is it like actual magic? No. You know, and to some extent, thank you, yes. Bioenergy. The concept of bioenergy is one of the more slightly annoying things that have come up. Because to me, it feels like midichlorians in Star Wars, and that's like, why was this necessary? But, I mean, whatever. It's in the game now, so doesn't have to go away. What's magic as hunters don't break their knees jumping off cliffs? They're just tough, man. They eat a lot of meat. Is this Unite? Yes, this is Monster Hunter Portable Second G Unite. Where are you? Lore is the storybook bedtimes like Tale to 5 in the Astera Hub. Yeah, you know, I mean, they're gonna, you know, there's gonna be people that have stories passed down, you know, rumors and legends and stuff like that. For me, I genuinely enjoy the ambiguity of the world and the monsters, you know? Like, I like that there's just a guild out there doing the best it can to manage lots of hunters in a world that is constantly in some amount of conflict and danger from these large monsters. And that for the most part, people are just doing the best that they can. Like, it's not like a berserk, like, you know, we struggle to live necessarily because humanity is working together. Is there meat in the Rise Dongo bowls? No, there's only diabetes. No wars? No, I think it's implied that there is human-on-human conflict. But I think the presence of non-stop monster threats probably prevent any sort of prolonged, like, you know, ongoing wars. The telepathic connection in Rise makes you upset? It's kind of dumb when you think about it. But it doesn't bother me that much. It bothers me equally as much as bioenergy. Are dongos from Rise the worst meals in the series? It would be fine if you could get a real meal in the guild, but the fact that, like, you get dongo everywhere is a little awkward, I think. Yeah, speaking monster isn't, like, that doesn't necessarily, like, that's not insane. And it's not even that those dragons are speaking, it's so much as the twins are able to engage them in such a way that they can, like, translate. You hate fondue? The fondue stuff was kind of gross. It's on the same level as Dongo, and you know what? Same director. Huh. What a coincidence. Combat Conga. 1 claw and 3 pelts? We can make that. We can make that easy. Look how cheap it is to buy the base version. Only $37.50? Wow. It's got that many shots? That's pretty nice. All right, I'll be right back. Wonder if Bavarians have Elder Dragon blood. I don't think so. Okay, and speaking of shooting, I think it's about time for today's sponsor. We are going to make that gun, though. 100%.